Hello Deepak.
Hi.
A very warm welcome to an exclusive Know Your Leader series, which is specially crafted for the leaders of Tata Reality. As a senior leader, we have witnessed you successfully led your social collaborations to reach to the peak of any assignments and make the impossible possible. We look up to you as one of our own beacon lights at the workspace. So thank you for taking out time today to share your insights and experiences with all of us.
Thanks, Nupur. It's a pleasure to be here.
It is always pleasure to talking to you, Deepak.
Right.
So shall we get started?
Sure.
Okay. Throughout your career, have there been any particular leader who have influenced your leadership style or approach? And if yes, what did you learn from them, and how you have been able to incorporate those learnings or lessons into your own leadership style?
Right. Well, I can't say there has been one particular leader. I would say there are multiple. And I think I've been fortunate enough to had the privilege of working with some really great leaders, industry stalwarts, really icons in the real estate space in India. And you imbibe or you grasp on certain characteristics consciously, and also you mimic a lot of their behavior and attributes subconsciously as well, right? For me, I think if I were to name a few, I would say Mike Holland. I worked with Mike for about 10 years, and the characteristics or attributes which I think inspired me, and what I've tried to learn or adapt to myself is obviously his focus, his clarity of thought. He would filter out a lot of noise and get into the core of the issues. His ability to delegate responsibilities. He would just set the vision and the expectations, and then he would step back and let the individual run. I think those are stuff which I've been really inspired about, and I have tried to inculcate within myself those attributes as well. Another person whom I've had again fortunate to work with, a good friend, is Vinamra Vince at Capital, thorough professional, ability to get into details of things, especially on numbers and documentation, etc., and also his management of energy. Also, another person who's had a great influence in my career is Ben Solomon at Assets. To never give up and always expect more from yourself, right? Ben, it's never to be satisfied with 100%. It's always 120, 130 to drive and to get to achieve more. That's something which I've been, to me, it's been inspirational as well. Anita Arjundas at Mahindra Life Spaces. Great leader, very well balanced, very articulate in the communications, tough decisions in a very professional manner. Then, and of course, Sanjay. I'm amazed, and I have something that I want to always imbibe in myself is how he's always an optimist and proactive. His positive approach, irrespective of what the challenge or what the issues and concerns are. The other thing about Sanjay is also how he's able to connect with people. I think it just comes naturally to him, right? And his ability to do deals. I think these are few leaders, who have taught me a lot about leadership, but also more importantly about being a good human being as well. Yeah.
As a leader yourself, what does Tata Legacy mean to you?
For me, it's about value systems. It's about as an employee of a Tata company, how you should behave with integrity at all times, to be honest, to be transparent in all your engagements across with all stakeholders. For a customer, Tata's means trust. And as an employee, it's our responsibility to preserve that sentiment, the belief, and also enhance that sentiment. Plus, when I look at our group and our company, it's also how the organization has played a key role in building this nation. And for me, it's a moment of pride. I'm really proud to be part of Tata Group.
It would be really fair to say that they they might be taking pride in the work they do every day.
Yeah.
Right. So what creates a moment of pride in the work you do?
For me, as a real estate development professional, it's about seeing how what you conceive, what you plan for, what you're part of a team finally takes shape. Looking at the building in which you've been part of, right from acquisition of land to design to getting vendors on board, delivering it. Moment of pride is when that whole thing is complete, and I see, I was part of a team which built Leela Palace about 25 years ago. Even now, when I drive on that road, I get goosebumps. I feel really proud that I was part of the team. It's not one moment. It's just over a period of time. Yeah. Second part today, as I see, is also when I see my team members challenging themselves, learning, growing, and when you see that growth, when you see that learning curve happening in your team, I feel really proud. Yeah.
Who do you view as your major stakeholder in your current position, and what is your responsibility to them, to those stakeholders?
Right. Yeah. I think for us, our stakeholders is customer, client. I think is our ultimate stakeholder. Our responsibility to them is delivering to them what we promised. If we do that consistently, it will satisfy every other stakeholder who's in the ecosystem, be it our partner, be it our investor, our vendors, or even our employees.
We have few personal questions to ask, wherein we would like to know you better.
Sure.
So shall we start?
Yeah.
So
not too difficult ones, I hope. Yeah.
So yeah. So tell us, Deepak, how you start your day. I mean, what's your morning routines like?
Yeah, so normally it's a 1 hour jog or a walk, and followed by about 30 minutes of catching up with news. I still like to read news in physical newspaper. I still like that. Yeah, that would be my start of day.
I was about to ask you whether you prefer consuming online or what kind of newspaper. If if you're saying that you still go traditional way.
Yeah.
So which newspaper do you prefer?
Yeah, so I do read both physical as well as online. Physical is more Mint, ET, TOI, Deccan Herald, and Hindu. I consume about 5 newspapers in the morning. I do read Economist as well weekly. Online, I do follow on Twitter Wall Street Journal and Financial Times. And plus a few blogs and podcasts. Blogs primarily Morgan Housel, who's the author of The Psychology of Money. I follow him very closely. Also a guy called Shane Parrish, who runs a podcast called The Knowledge Project. I do follow that regularly as well. It's normally during my morning walk. I listen to the podcast. Apart from this, I think there have been few books, few articles which I revisit very frequently, at least once in a year, which have influenced me in more ways than one. There's an article by Clayton Christensen, who's a professor of strategy at the Harvard Business School. He's no more, but he wrote a beautiful article about 2 decades ago called "How Will You Measure Your Life?"
So when it comes to unwinding and relaxing yourself, what is your favorite holiday destination? Are you more of a mountain person or a beach person?
Both.
Okay.
Both, and you can add jungle to it as well. A lot of my holidays nowadays is defined by what my kids want. Well, in fact, my bucket list is to watch the Great Migration in Africa.
What is your go-to music thing?
I mean, I listen to classical, both Indian, Western, rock, country songs.
Could you share with us one of your most fondest, and adventurous memory from your younger age?
Fondest memories, definitely going out with my dad to watch games. He would take me every weekend. He would take me to basketball games, football games, cricket, etc. Yeah, those are some of the fondest memories of my childhood. Yeah.
Based on your experience and learnings, what would be one piece of advice which you would want to give to your younger self?
I think I was more focused on career and missed out on a few things. During my younger days, I think if I could go back and change something, I'd probably have a little bit more fun as I started earning and working. Yeah.
So thank you, Deepak. I think this was a real, candid experience what you have shared with us, and I hope all of us, will enjoy seeing seeing this conversation.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.